And now on incantations, spells, and adjurations. Some traditional Jewish sources indicate belief in the efficiency of spells by Rabbi Jeffrey Dinist. Kinds of spells. Spells may be either theurgic or magical in character. Usually, the belief underlying the use of theurgic spells is that God has, in some way, delegated that power, authority to the adept. Truly magical incantations, by comparison, are autonomous. They do not involve spiritual entities at all. Often, a magic spell or incantation is simply addressed to the object to be influenced. Thus, a truly magical incantation most closely parallels the Word of God Himself. Incantation phrases are also a form of heightened speech, not unlike poetry. As such, there are a number of distinctive stylistic features presented in incantations. These can include repetition, rhythm, reversal, nonsense, words, foreign words, and divine names of power. Repetition usually done 3 times or 7 times or by another number symbolically relevant to the issue at hand is the primary aspect of constructive words of power. Shabbat 66b in the Talmud. Yes. Thus, we find a teaching in the Talmud, for example, that reciting a verse containing the phrase voice of the Lord 7 times dwarfs evil spirits at night. Backward reduction. An incantation meant to undo the effects of a given event or phenomena will often include elements of reversal, reciting a word or phrase backwards in some fashion. An example would be this one for dislodging a bone in the esophagus. One by one, go down, swallow, swallow, go down one by one. In Pesafin 11:2b, in Talmud, we read that one afflicted with an ocular disease should recite the word shabriri, meaning blindness, repeatedly in the phrase. My mother has cautioned me against shabriri, which each repetition, the speaker should reduce one letter from the word shabriri, shabri, shabri, shab, shab, sha. The magical ritual of reducing the word is intended to yield a parallel reduction in the severity of the illness. Speaking nonsense. Spells can include rhythm or nonsense phrases that have minimum or no semantic value. Voice mystica, rather rhythmic, meaningless arrangement of words and phrases are used for the culinary or mantra-like effect, or for a sympathetic result, or because these words are understood to be meaningful to heavenly powers, if not the adept. For example, to fend off an evil water spirit, the Talmud recommends intoning the Yaz, La Shafar, and Negiron, and Dafon. I dwell among the stars. I walk among thin and fat people. Fi thin 12 to be. While the second clause of this spell is strange enough, the first clause of the spell is neither Hebrew or Aramaic. By all indications, it is just gibberish. This feature, common to Greco-Roman magic, emerges in Jewish circles in late antiquity.